Now we're cooking. It's the coach coming up, running back Dalvin Cook. He's back and coming off a big game a weekend ago, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on again at halftime to look at some of these stats and scores from earlier this afternoon. But for now, it's Sunday Night Football. And on the call, as always, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Southern California and the newly named Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Minnesota Vikings and the Los Angeles Chargers. From up top, I'm Brandon Godden. Charles Davis, as always, with me as well. And CD, defenses better be on their toes in this one because we got two quarterbacks who love to throw the football, and they throw it very well.
Over 4,000 yards each in the previous season. So what you're saying is, if you're a defender, hope you're prepared properly. Hydrated, stretched, be on your toes, as you said, because the ball's coming your way.
It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15.
We got this. Step 180. Hey, Brown 80. 54. I'm coming.
On 1st and 10, Rivers caught on the left side by Benjamin. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Wait, 89.
Melvin Gordon, the two-time Pro Bowler. Gordon, a Pro Bowler for the second time last season, 885 yards, 10 touchdowns, and that was only in 12 games played a season ago. And he also switched jersey numbers in the offseason from 28 to 25, and 25, that's the number he wore when he was dominating the Big Ten college gridiron for the Badgers of Wisconsin. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw right side, Henry's got it. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up 1st downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back, Gordon. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, Rivers. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Rivers gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 28.
I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this has started.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again. Rivers with a 1st and 10. And he's 6 of 7 now on this drive. This will be caught with about the 6. And he lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. Tackle made by Thomas Davis. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics. Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
And we talked about complementary football.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Throwing is Cousins. That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. And he is the NFC reigning offensive player of the week. You got to think, all the guys that take the field each and every week, that's not an easy award. Always has to feel good to grab.
It has to feel great because it separates you, at least for a week, amongst your peers. And for him to separate again, he has to have the same type of a game. That means being explosive off the line of scrimmage and catching everything that comes his way.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They'll indeed go for it. It's Cousins. And he's able to find Diggs. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Up a 14 to keep the offense on the field. They'll run on first down. Cook. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Adrian Phillips there to knock that one away.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. 3rd and long for Cousins. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 43. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Back to the ground, Cook. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. There are the numbers for Cook from a week ago. Just downright unbelievable. I mean, when you amass that many yards, I don't know what else to say.
Personally, I thought it was a game for the ages for him. Ripped off some long runs in that contest, didn't he?
He did indeed. Some very long runs, and that total, scary. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. The Vikings with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. On 2nd down, Cook. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
From the gun, here's Cousins. Over the middle, complete. It's Cook. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, his 25th touchdown. Tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going, and they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Now Rivers throw into the hands of Gordon. No gain there, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Now, they couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
He's got his man. It's Williams. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. Rivers now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. Now Rivers going to give it off to Gordon. The tackle goes to Harrison Smith. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
And he's going to be stopped just short of the 1st down marker at the Vikings 42. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And the broken tackle helps lead to a 1st down gain. Give him 6 yards in the 1st down.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
To throw, Rivers. It's complete right side to Benjamin. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Throw left side complete. That's Henry. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. First down, Rivers. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another 1st. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
180.
Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen with touchdown number 12 on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough, otherwise they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And we are tied at 7. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. One more game still to get to in Week 15. It comes up tomorrow night, Monday Night Football. A lot of Manning fingerprints on this one, the Colts and the Saints from New Orleans. Now a man open down the middle of the field. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special runs in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Cousins on target to Diggs. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 15 yards on the play, first down. Nothing flashy there, the slant to the slot.
Oh, and the frustration for the defensive guys.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Joey Bosa in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football.
And he's going to go down again. Joey Bosa, what a season he continues to have, his 15th sack of the campaign. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, Cousins. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. They'll get 19 out of this, but it will still bring up a 4th down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. 4th down, Cousins. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Charger defense stands tall and they get the football back. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Rivers to throw it. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. So an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half.
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Joey Bosa, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Cousins now. Diggs with a good footwork. Over the middle, it's complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. Third down, Dalvin Cook. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a fourth down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Fourth down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, but this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. 11 yards there, first down. Cousins now 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's first and 10. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains, that one for 14 yards and another first. For a lot of people, MVP award means a quarterback award usually, but over 100 yards again last week. They're going to have to look his way more than once when giving out this award this season, I think.
Yeah, it's not just the consistency. There's been some plays that we've seen where we talk about it for weeks thereafter. That's what we're getting out of him. Over 100 yards last week. Expects to continue that in this game, too.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. On second down, this is Madison. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with third and 1. So now things get interesting on third and goal from the 1.
This almost becomes a Darwinian call, doesn't it? Almost survival of the fittest here. I know we can go all cliche. I'll go ahead and do it. Who wants it more here?
And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Dalvin Cook, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Vikings have taken the lead.
Brad, I think we have to look back at the big call to go for it on 4th down.
Yeah, that set up everything, and the end result, the short touchdown run. Correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think every coach would have gone for it back there.
You and I both know every coach would not have gone for it back there, so that's showing a little bit of faith, actually showing a lot of faith in his team, and it was rewarded.
This one fielded at the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Let's go, baby.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Now Gordon. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Now Rivers going to give to Gordon on the draw. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Doesn't take any great analysis on my part. It's been pretty obvious. Last couple of plays, these guys been going in the wrong direction.
Offensive line overwhelmed on those plays. Now, I think it's safe to say going to the air here on 3rd. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. A short gain there of just 4, and that'll bring up a 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Cousins now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now a give running right, it's Cook. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Cousins, left side caught by Diggs. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. On 1st and 10, Cousins. He'll find Thielen working the middle. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's a gain of 35. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now a give right side. It's Cook. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Cousins. And this one's incomplete. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On 3rd down, Cousins. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Back now at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. It's Charger football, but they trail here as we get going in quarter number 4. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. Phillip Rivers, no stranger to fourth-quarter comebacks. He's led the Chargers back to victory 26 times coming into this year. But work to do here if he wants to add another notch to the belt. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll be 3rd down. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And he is going to have the 1st down as he's up to his own 13-yard line. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that 1st down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Rivers. Caught on the left side by Benjamin. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Rivers. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Rivers now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now Rivers completes it to Benjamin. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Rivers again. To Gordon, out left. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Rivers throwing complete to his tight end, Henry. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 16. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Virgil Green is tied in, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and short. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. From the gun, Rivers. Toward the pylon, caught. He was over 100 receiving last week. He's over 100 now this week as he's got a 1st down as well. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
For the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now. But you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal.
Check 50, check 50.
To throw is Rivers. Oh, no, he lost the football. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 20. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Extra point up and good by Bailey. And it's now 21-7. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Rivers. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. Well, last year, Henry really looked poised for a prime breakout season, but then May 22nd, tore his ACL during OTAs, ruled out for the year. Actually was added to the active roster in a pretty heroic return for their playoff clash with New England, but did not play. 29 career games for Henry, 12 touchdowns, and now with Antonio Gates' career coming to a close, they expect a lot out of the 24-year-old Hunter Henry. Rivers to Benjamin, good for the Charger 1st down. Working the sideline there, good route, good catch, 1st down, and he gets out of bounds.
They have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. Throwing, Rivers. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. Allen, the intended receiver. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Running for the first time with a fullback, C.J. Ham. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Running for it. Here's Cook. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Cousins gives way to Cook. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 30-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
Cousins just going to take this one down to a knee and end it.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. And his kick here is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half. And